Good morning, my name is Teacher. So now I'm going to have a simple presentation video talking about the principle of Thyristor, IGBT, Analog and Digital IC, and also CMOS. First, what is a Thyristor SCR? Thyristor of silicon control rectifiers, which is SCR, are semiconductor devices that can act as electronic switch, sometimes controlling circuits with high voltage and current levels. Thyristor consists of 4 layers of differently doped silicons rather than the 3 layers of the conventional bipolar transistors. Then the transistor has a PN-PN structures with the outlayers with their electrodes referred to as the anode, which is N-type, and also cathode P-type. Then it can able to handle the voltage and currents required for high-level applications. Additionally, it has good thermal properties so that it can widely used for a variety of semiconductor devices. How does a transistor work? If a supply is connected across the device and a small amount of current is injected into the gate, then the device will fire and conduct. It will remain in the conducting state until the supply is removed. The transistor circuit can be considered as 2 back-to-back transistors. The first transistor with its emitter connected to the cathode of the transistor is an NPN transistor, whereas a second transistor with its emitters connected to the anode of the transistor, SCR, is a PNP transistor. Then, based on this figure, if we can know that if a voltage is applied to the gate, this will cause current to flow in the base, and this causes TR2 to turn on. Once TR2 is turned on, this pull down the base of TR1 and causing this transistor to turn on. An insulated gate bipolar transistor, which is IGBT, is a combination of high input impedance and high switching speeds of a MOSFET with the low saturation voltage of a bipolar transistor to produce another type of transistor switching device that is capable of handling large collector emitter currents with virtually zero gate current drive. The characteristic of IGBT is it requires a small voltage on the gate to maintain the conduction through the device. It is a unidirectional device, meaning that it can only switch the current in the forward direction, that is from collector to emitter. The principle of operation and gate drive circuits of IGBT is quite similar to the N-channel power of MOSFET. The basic difference is that the resistance offered by the main conducting channel when current flows through the device in its on state is much smaller in the IGBT. Next, let's take a look about the difference between analog and also digital integrated circuits. Analog integrated circuits work on continuous varying signals. For analog integrated circuits, external components are required. They are used to construct electronic circuits such as amplifiers, voltage comparator, and etc. While the digital circuits are non-linear because they work on binary or discontinuous signals. The input and output voltage of digital circuit have 2 possible values, which is the binary will be in high or low, and there are no intermediate levels. Digital integrated circuits are completely functioning blocks as no additional external components are required for their operation. The output can be obtained by applying the input and is logic 0 or 1. Lastly, let's take a look on the complementary metal oxide semiconductor, which is CMOS. In CMOS technology, both N-type and P-type transistors are used to design logic functions. In CMOS logic gates, a collection of N-type MOSFETs is arranged in a pull-down network between the output and the low voltage power supply rail, while P-type MOSFETs in a pull-up network between the output and the higher voltage rail. If both a P-type and N-type transistor have their gates connected to the same input, the P-type MOSFET will be on when the N-type MOSFET is off, then and vice versa. CMOS offer relatively high speed, low power dissipation, high noise margins in both states, and will operate over a wide range of source and input voltage. That's all from me. Thank you.